Hello and welcome to BCU Sport TV. We are bringing you the action between Aston Uni and the home team Birmingham City University, and it's pretty much like a revenge match in contrast to the last that they played in the varsity last year. Of course, it was a nail biter. If you haven't watched that game, you can always go to BCU Sport TV YouTube page. But it's a different story. It's a different team. First line out, Aston collected nicely. Good shout. Aston still with control in terms of position. Here's their halfback sending it to the big lock forward. Good low tackle. And holding on says our referee. So the first penalty for BCU. Definitely kick into touch and gain territory would be the key message to come out of jail, especially in that 22. Oh, that's not good as not a good sign for one of the Aston players. Unfortunately, there's an early replacement. We didn't expect this. We hope that it's not a serious injury. Seems to be more than one injury, I'm not sure. So the team for BCU: Luke Cullen, Cameron Hall, Colin Rufaro, Baudun Digata and David Trembert, the captain, in the lock combination with jersey number 4 and 5, and the back row: Jack Bull, Sam Conboy and Joshua Yao, and in the halfback combination, Luke Gregory, Danny Ronald, Fraser Green playing in the left wing, Tom Cunningham, Brennan Aldred in the center combination, Matthew Brooks in the right wing position, and Jacob Ruprach, the vice captain. And finally play resumes play. Very decent territorial advantage, around 30 meters. Now a testing time for BCU line out. In fact, their first line out. Oh, lovely work. Oh, good step by the playmaker. That's Danny. Almost a turnover, but BCU managed to hold on to position. Here's the big man. Equally well tackled on David Trembert, the captain. Luke sends out to the center, Brennan. Managed to maintain position. Once again, Luke, the halfback. He's been a nippy halfback for BCU. Good decision maker. And then he puts the kick into opposite 15. And Aston 15 fullback with his first touch. Good work by Aston to keep position. Here's the hooker going into contact. Changing direction by the halfback. Lovely work, lovely offload, but unfortunately just could not hang on to that. In fact, it was a forward pass before that knock on. Both teams are trying to inject some pace as the scoreboard remains 0-0 for both the teams. Just by the 10-meter mark for BCU. Look, the scrum half. It's a pick and go, in fact. That was some good pressure by the opposite team, which is Aston Uni, but unfortunately not legitimately. But here's the first opportunity. But the wing, Matthew Brooks, just touching that whitewash in the far corner. great addition in terms of going into the shorter side of play. We know that both the wings are capable of making those yards. Matthew Brooks playing in that left wing and Fraser Green the other wing. Aston with the line out. Looks like early lift, or maybe not sure with that call. Number 2. The culprit was number 2, says the referee. Some interesting call coming from the bench. Go for the kick, maybe go for the 3 points, but Danny has other thoughts in his mind to go into that red zone and put a bit more pressure. It's a lovely weather out here at the pavilion where BCU hosts all the home games. Oh, lovely line out, nicely taken by Buden. Turnover. This time Aston opting to go from the left. Some great carry by their centre. Oh, that's a thumping tackle. Excellent work by BCU's Colin, who's the tight head prop. Aston conceding another penalty, holding on. Penalty starting to gradually increase as the pressure builds for both the teams, but again another opportunity to Danny to put some territorial advantage with this kick. Couldn't find much of the yards. You need to make it a bit more closer. Obviously targeting that 5-meter mark, but with the angle, we understand it's always not easy. But here's another line out. Cameron Hall with the throw. Lovely collection by Bowden. Oh dear, that's another cardinal error. That's a forward pass. Otherwise the number 8 Joshua would fancy. Running into the Aston walls. Aston with the scrum, they have the option. It's a center scrum. They can choose whether to go to right or left. Lovely scrum, nice and square. BC put some good pressure. Another unforced error, another advantage in favor of BCU. Yes, it's another scrum. Should have given it early by the Aston player. It was 2v1 opportunity. Could have tested the wheels of the Aston winger. Interesting, still a long way to go on this game. The scoreboard remains 0-0. BCU scrum, Luke, Cameron and Colin in the front row, the big forwards. That's a fumble, but managed to secure well by Luke, the scrum half. Here's another opportunity for BCU, lovely hands. This could be the first try. That's Fraser Green. Lovely work by BCU. I did mention about the two wingers, BCU. That was lovely handling despite the early fumble in that. managed to keep position, and then what a try. 5 points to nil with the conversion to come. Danny with the conversion. Not much of a breeze today. It'll be a fairly decent one as we speak. That could be the commentator's curse, but the scoreboard remains 5 points to nil in favor of home team BCU. Aston with the restart. Will they go deep into 22 or will they go short with the kickoff? They want to retain position, but BCU managed to hang on to that ball by Bowden, the lock forward. Bowden de Gatlier, I hope I pronounced that correct, giving a penalty, taken it quickly by Aston. Oh dear, another pass, but not sure whether it's 10 meters. Referee having a word with both the captains. So it's a BCU line out. I thought for instant it's not 10 meters, but what can BCU do from here? Good line out. Danny with the kick. That's a very good kick. Oh dear, that's a poor decision making by the Aston winger. Oh dear me. But what a lovely track and chase by the try scorer Fraser Green. He still got his gas. Yeah, but it's not a fair tackle. It was high tackle, but here's BCU on the counter. That penalty toucher did not find touch. Again another turnover. Aston again using this shorter side. Oh, another big tackle by the number 8 Joshua. Aston on the march, but they're running backwards. Good rush defense by BCU. And they're trying to challenge on that breakdown. Aston still with the ball in position again. Bit more pressure mounting. BCU showing some great discipline with their defense. Although they're conceding a rush defense, not allowing any penalties. Aston on the march. That's a knock on. Knockback says the referee. Try scorer. Here's Fraser Green. Oh, he opted to go himself. He had the option. He had our vice captain Jacob on his left. Aston playing offside. So another penalty to gain some territorial advantage for BCU. kick couldn't find touch. This time Honor was trying to make that extra yard. That's a position given away by Jacob, fullback. Here's Aston. Now they have, oh, what a lovely tackle. Perfect timing on that, but the advantage over, says the referee. It's going to be a scrum in favor of Aston. So far it has been well disciplined scrum from both the teams, but we saw that last scrum BC put some lots of pressure. Certainly BC has the advantage in terms of the pack weight. Reset. Aston with the ball. Good show once again by BCU as we speak. Turned over. Excellent work. Oh, that's a lovely step by Tom Cunningham, and that's unfortunately looked a bit forward, but referee let the player go on. Here's the try scorer Fraser. And the cross kick this time, lovely connected, excellent work. Here's Jacob, lovely side step. In fact, that's number 14, Matthew, and he goes all the way to score the second try. So tries coming from both the speedsters. First came from Fraser Green, and this time it was Matthew Brooks. But what a lovely cross kick. Great understanding. Great awareness. BC leading 10 points to nil with the conversion to come. Danny Ronald, fly half, missed the first conversion, and this one a bit more difficult angle, pretty much like 40 to 42 meters. The conversion is not successful, so the score remains 10-all. Beg your pardon, 10-0 in fact. Both the wingers scoring the try apiece. Still plenty of time remaining. Aston with the restart. This time they opted to go into the 22. Oh, lovely fend. Another good carry. Lovely work. BCU showing some confidence to work the ball inside the red zone without going into touch and to play that territorial advantage. They had the score on the board. They have scored 2 tries, so It's pretty much a confident build-up, despite the fact giving away the line out just on the 22-meter mark, and a lovely opportunity for Aston. Can Aston work their way for the first try? Another set piece, good collection this time. Successful line out. The hooker looking for their wing three to get the ball, but that was a lovely tackle. Penalty. Will they go for 3 points? Will they go for touch? Aston opting to go into touch. Now this will test BCU. Will they contest in the line out? It's a full line out this time, and the line out is not good, so here's a chance to BCU. That's a big run from the number 8. Here's Joshua. He's marathon. He made, in fact, almost 30 to 35 meters, and here's some good hands from BCU. Here's Jacob. Oh, lovely pass, unfortunately. BCU is still with position. Here's Luke Gregory, the halfback. Oh, what a lovely tackle by his opposite number. In fact, opposite number 8. BCU giving away position, but that's going to be a penalty in favor of the home team. Jacob, will he take quickly? Maybe they should go to the line out. Or instead another set piece, maybe fair enough, opting for the scrum. We saw that previous scrum BCU handled really well. They won a scrum penalty as well, but what a lovely run by Joshua, the number 8. Nice and another good scrum. BCU showing all the back weight. Joshua with the break. Lovely tackle by Aston flanker. Absolutely brilliant work by Aston. Turned over. Joshua was isolated on that occasion with that early break from that scrum, but here's the opportunity to Aston to come out of the red zone. From one line out to other line out territory, and that's a decent touch. In fact, it was more than decent, just outside the BCU's 10-meter mark. I think it's only 5-man line out this time. Interesting call by Aston. We'll see whether they can win this line out first. That doesn't look straight, in fact. BCU with the position. Sam Conboy going into the contact, regaining position. Excellent stuff. Luke sends it to Danny with a up and under. That's a big kick. Certainly feeling the pressure, but referee going into the first knock on. BCU showing some great strength in terms of the set pieces. This move is going to be interesting. First thing, to win the ball, keep position. Not steady scrum. Set is the call. Here's BCU. Luke, the halfback, sends to the fly half Danny. Danny puts the kick. Clever kick. He knew where the space is, but very well collected and equally very well tackled by the try scorer. Fraser Green, excellent stuff. But Aston managed to keep position. Looks like BCU offside. With that breakdown, so Aston, another opportunity for them to get out of jail territory. BCU is certainly building the momentum, but the scoreboard remains 10 points to nil in favor of the home team in blue. Another excellent touch finder. Aston just needs to execute when they go into opposite territory, which was missing in the past few minutes. They had the opportunity, certainly. With another line out, Aston, BCU. Not sure whether it's 5 meters, but it is fine. And that's a knock on, is it? Yes, it's another knock on. This is what scoreboard pressure does to you. Looking at the body language, BC looks more comfortable. In terms of position, in terms of territory, certainly BCU had the advantage. Yet another set move. Come off Luke Gregory. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a number 8 break. No, not this time. Instead, they opted to switch direction, but it was the scrum of Luke didn't have much option. So many things going in their mind. I eventually thought it's going to be a number 8 break, but switching direction. But good thing is the position is still with BCU. Here's the big fella, Colin Rufaro, the tight head prop. Advantage BCU. Aston infringing in that breakdown. Taken it quickly. Referee says you have to come back, Mr. Luke. Points to nil with 2 conversion being not successful. Instead of the 3-pointer, I'm sure BCU might opt for another scrum. In the meantime, Aston number 6 nursing an injury. We saw their early replacement in the 2nd minute of play. Unfortunately, one of the Aston players got a knee injury. Another injury, looks like it's a head injury. Yes, safety is paramount. It looks like a concussion injury. So rightly so, Aston number 6 is off. Great camaraderie. This is what rugby brings to you. Great sportsmanship, both the teams. Now it's decision time. The penalty. What is BCU going to do? Yeah, scrum is one of their strengths, so why not go for it? I really like to see the number 8 Joshua breaking to his right, and he's giving the offload into one of the centers, either Tom Cunningham or Brennan. And get 15 Jacob into that running move, and that's the break, and here goes halfback, lovely running angle, but unfortunately the pass was all right, but there was a hop by the BCU center, playing advantage with that knock on. Very good collection. Here's BCU with another opportunity. Here's Jacob, the fullback, the vice captain. Lovely run, Jacob, it's too easy for him, and there you go. Try time for BCU, try number 3, 15 points to nil. Brilliant stuff. What a lovely try. So all the backs are scoring the tries. Fraser Green scored the first try, and then Matthew Brooks scored the second. Both the wingers scored that try, and then Jacob with the third try. Change of kicking duties. Danny giving away to Luke to try his luck with this conversion. And the conversion is good. The change did certainly work. So that's another 2 points into the scoreboard. 17 points. We're still in the first half, and we still have some time remaining. Restart. There's a bit of fumble. BCU managed to capitalize position. This time Aston fullback with the kick, and that bounces. He was trying a 50-22. Here's Fraser Green, the man who scored the first try, and that's not a good offload, but somehow BC is still with the position. The number 8 into contact. Here's Danny. Not sure. Looks like offside considered by BCU. The chaser, in fact, winger, front of the kicker. Matthew Brooks started his run just before Danny put that kick. And interestingly, Aston this time going to points. 3 points will look much better than nothing at all. Aston had a couple of opportunities in the first quarter of this game. A 5-meter line out, it was going begging. Unfortunately, they couldn't win that line out. And we are sorry we don't have the names of the Aston. We don't have the team card, unfortunately. That's a lovely kick. by Aston number 10, and that's 3 points. Certainly this will give some momentum. That's what perhaps they should have done with the last penalty as well. Build it 3 into 6, make it into 9. It's not that tries always gives you victory, even the penalties do count. That comes when it considered into game management, but BCU with the restart. Here's Danny Ronald. That's an interesting kick. Very low and flat. Good carry by Aston number 5. Here's a scrum off. Here's a big center. He's dangerous. But BC is showing some great guts in terms of defense. Quite a dominant tackle on that occasion. Few yards driven backwards, the Aston player. Hands on the ground, so BCU conceding another penalty. 17.3. In terms of penalty counts, I think both the teams have equal share. And that's not a good sign for Aston centre. He's holding his ankle. That's a lovely kick. Lovely banana kick. We haven't seen that much of those kicks in the recent autumn nations. Aston with the line out. Given away position. Here's a tight head prop Colin. Colin going into the ground. He was not held, so he can gain some extra yards. Look to Danny. Danny sends it out wide. Tom Cunningham, the center, goes into contact. Here's Danny once again. Lewis Hibbett going into contact and giving away position, holding on. He was isolated. Just heading into the half time as the referee checks the clock. And that's a lovely touch once again by Aston number 10. He's been good, he's been decent enough. Just that communication and sometimes decision making. Some frustration were building up when they lost position in terms of lineouts and scrum. Can Aston score or get some points before the half time as they trail by 14 points? Aston with the line out and so much pressure. BCU tackles well and lovely work at the breakdown. Excellent stuff by, I think it was Danny, the fly half. Yeah. In fact, it was a halfback Luke. Great steal from that breakdown. Here's the second try scorer with his twinkle toes. Lovely work by Matthew Brooks. BCU now counter with a position and advantage. Support just arrives on time. Lovely short pass. Good tackle equally. Pick can go by Jacob, the fullback. Here's another quick ball. Excellent work by BCU. Some quick release. Here's number 17. Not sure whether it was Cameron or it was Lewis. Taking it quickly. Here's Danny. And Jacob with the second try. Too easy. Scrum off Luke. Taken that quick tap and he just saw some space onto his right, and great awareness, great understanding between him and Jacob. And Jacob scored the second try. So BCU on the march, 22 points with the conversion to come. Probably with this conversion, BCU will go to the halftime with 24 points to 3. Anyway, it's not confirmed until Luke puts the 2-point. And the conversion is good, no mistakes, so that's the halftime. 24 points to 3, BCU leading. It's a good half, I should say. And we'll come back with the second half action. It will be interesting what would be Aston coach's message during the halftime. So that's the first half action. Do stay with BCU Sport TV. We'll come back with the second half. Welcome back to the second half action. BC leading 24 points to 3 in fact. Jacob, who scored 2 tries, a bit of butterfingers, and it's a knock-on advantage. Oh, it's not a knock-on, referee just let it play. That's a lovely running angle by the lock forward. That's another pick and go from the fullback. Where did he come from to that big breakdown? Here's the big man, lovely offload, 2-on-1. Here's the opportunity for BCU. From own 22 to opposite 22, excellent work. So the message was clear from the halftime. Go hard, more attacking tone BCU. Danny with a little bit of goosey. Oh, lovely work once again by BCU, showing commitment. Unfortunately, once again giving away position. This is not the first time. We saw this in the first half, around 4 or 5 times BCU gave away position in the opposite 22. Another good touch finder. BCU with 4 tries, Aston with just a penalty. Converted 2 tries were converted out of 4. Here's Aston. good tackle by BCU's Tom Cunningham, the inside centre. Excellent work, good defence. Aston just need to build some faces and build their momentum, but unfortunately there's another player down. This is the third Aston player. We already witnessed 2 changes in the first half. Certainly not a good sign for Aston. $24 points to 3. Key players nursing the injury. It doesn't look good. Looks like a head injury. Doesn't look that good. Recording, we can skip this or leave it. What do you think?
Oh, cut it maybe.
Cut it when we edit it.
Oh, just.
So that's a scare injury. Aston's a tight head prop, a head injury. So 3 replacement coming into Aston. So we are back live now. BC leading 24 points to 3. Aston, unfortunately, this time their fly half not finding touch. A good kick and chase coming by Fraser Green. Is Aston fullback, a lovely offload to their centre. Another good hit by the flanker. Unfortunately, not supporting body weight on that occasion. BCU with the turnover. Here's Tom Cunningham, fends off one. Tom Cunningham, he has support. Looks like he don't need any support. He opted to go by himself. Here's BCU, try time. That's try number 5, is it? Or is it a knock on? Well, no, it's a hat trick. It's a hat trick of try to Jacob. You cannot keep him out of way. Excellent finish by BCU. Hat trick for vice captain. Sure, he's been waiting until he go home and watch the clips on BCU Sport TV. With that try, 29 points to 3, and the conversion is there. Luke Gregory, the halfback. And this is his first miss out of 3 conversion. So the score remains 29 points to 3. Now this is turning out to be a one-sided affair. You know that for the fact Aston is much better team. Although we play the varsity games every year. Aston with the restart. And this time the kick was collected by DeCatlier. Oh, lovely work, lovely footwork by Matthew Brooks. Scored the second try to BCU. Luke to Danny. Unfortunately, that's a knock on. Good running angle, but could not hold on position by Gatlier. Aston on the counter. Here's their wing quarter. Some rush defense by Danny. Referee will come away for the initial knock-on. So Aston has a scrum just by the center line, just by the 50-meter mark. First off, BCU had the advantage in terms of the set pieces, especially in scrum. They won a couple of scrum penalties. Here's Aston. This time, no shoving allowed in the scrum because 2 of Aston front row players are injured. But here's the try scorer. Here's the hat-trick hero, Jacob. Can he go all the way for a 100-meter try? He was so enthusiastic. But this time, lovely turnover by Aston. A long pass to the wing tree. Great defensive work by BCU, not allowing him to move forward. Turnover, a good option by Luke to put the kicker into the open space. Oh, that's a cracking tackle. Gudun Gatlier, the man with the number 4 shirt on. He came like a flash from his position where Danny put that kick in. In fact, Luke So BCU with another strong position. They can put this into touch and maybe set up a driving line out. Yeah, much better. Much better. Just outside the 5-meter mark. Here's the line out, lovely collection. The driving ball coming for BCU. I hope they will score from the other end, not this end. Unfortunately, we couldn't bring that to the camera from where we are, but there's a knock on. So Aston will regain position. It's going to be a 5-meter line out. Quite unfortunate for BCU. Looking for that 6th try. Aston with the scrum. That's, I think that was played offside from BCU. Nope. However, conceding a penalty, maybe that's a scrum penalty. No shoving allowed. That's what the initial call from the referee after the 3rd Aston injury. Points to 3 in the second half, still early stage, and Aston with the line out. This time Aston managed to capitalize the line out. Good running by the centre. Holding on is the call. Well, not supporting body weight, once again giving a penalty. BC tried to be a bit more over enthusiastic. That time it was David, the skipper. Good tackle. Aston with the shorter side. Another excellent tackle coming from Gatlia. Oh, lovely break by Aston. Here's the opportunity. Here's their speedster. He's changing direction. Once again, BCU's defense has been spot on. They're marking their opposite numbers pretty well. Turnover. Here's Danny. Lovely step and lovely offload to the skipper and lovely supportive run. Gatlia. Oh, that's knock-on playing advantage. Unfortunately, they just could not execute that turnover into 5 points. Great running angle by Matthew Brooks, but unfortunately he knocked it on. It's a scrum in favor of Aston. No shoving allowed, no pushing. Due to the injuries, here's Aston. Oh, that's a lovely running angle, but unfortunately, Aston centre could not hold on to position. Turnover, playing advantage. But referee will come for the initial knock on Aston. Trying to break that defensive line or the defensive wall of BCU. But so far, it's been all BCU at the moment. Quite unfortunate to Aston, obviously missing out 3 players due to injury, 2 in the first half and 1 a tight head prop in the second half. Hope all 3 a speedy recovery. Here's BCU. Well, although Joshua number 8 breaks, I'm not sure what the call is. There's a scrum infringement. So trying all their ways to penetrate this BCU defense. They surely need to score some tries. Had some opportunities in the first half. Aston with the line out. Good collection. Just a tap from the jumper. We can go by the number 8. Another fierce defense, a dominant tackle coming from BCU. Much better from Aston. Again switching the directions, and there's so much space in that corner, but giving away position. This is danger. Fraser scored the first try. You don't want to give him so much space. Danny puts a kick. And Aston fullback with the recovery. He opted to put the kick back. Good collection by the replacement. Here's the hat-trick hero, Jacob. And can he go to score the 4th try? No, this time unselfish, but unfortunate for BCU. That should have been the score, unfortunately. Jacob could have gone by himself, but playing so unselfish. This happens. Here's Aston. They need to come out of this red zone now. Offside. BCU conceding another penalty. Kick into touch. Aston still struggling to come into BCU's 22 in this second half. Aston with the line out. change coming for Aston. There's a change in their front row. Yeah. Oh, that's a shot. Clever work by Aston in that line out. Again, some great defensive work. Looks like a turnover. Yes, it was a turnover, but incorrectly or not so legitimately. Again, giving away another penalty. Into touch. Aston is looking for a 5-meter line out. That looks like a 7-meter. Not a bad touch. Another very good opportunity for Aston. Can they win this line out? And that did not look straight. Rightly so. Quite unfortunate. They came to the BCU's 22 for the first time in this second half. And unfortunately, yeah, position was given away. BCU opting for a scrum. Be looking to clear into touch, unless Jacob will fancy his chances of running. Danny with the kick, and the chase is on. Fraser Green is a chaser, but lovely step by Aston fullback. Aston's last man of defense. Again, BCU giving away another penalty. Discipline is becoming a little bit of an issue in the second half in terms of penalty rate. Maybe too much ego or trying to over enthusiast in terms of winning that breakdown battle. Another BCU replacement. Try scorer Fraser Green make his way off. It doesn't look good. Looks like an injury, or maybe he's not happy. He wants to stay on the field. Here's BCU on the attack. With position, excellent stuff. Turnover. Aston, good work. Sensible play by Aston, but BCU still have the advantage with this line out just by the 10-meter mark, just inside the 10-meter. Good throw by BCU. It's in fact the first mistake in that lineup. Aston with the counter. Is fly half playing as her scrum half against BCU rushing in terms of their defensive work. Oh, lovely break. This is what Aston need. Wonderful run by the number 7. Here's their fly off to center to the winger. Again, some great defense by BCU. Brennan Aldred joining with Matthew Brooks on that occasion. That's another penalty. Too many penalties considered by BCU in the second half. Good touch. Aston, can they score a try? Can they score a try? So this is the second time they are into the BCU's 22. They certainly deserve some points, more than 3 points. They had some opportunities in the first half. They could not capitalize here in the second half. Certainly BCU had the advantage in terms of controlling the game. That is once again not straight. Yeah, it's clearly not straight. The score still remains 29 points to 3 in favor of the home team BCU. Contested scrum due to injuries, and here's a replacement halfback. That's not a good pass, however it was collected nicely by Tom Cunningham, gaining around 12 meters. And here's Danny. Oh, he's trying to break through that defense. Lovely work, lovely offload. Here's the try scorer, hat-trick hero, and he's going to score his 4th try. Jacob, the vice captain, and he's under the post. What a day he's having, what a game he's having, scoring 20 points. And certainly a game to remember. And he's going to take this conversion. He's going to for a drop goal, and it is not successful. That's 34 points to 3 in favor of BCU. Excellent game this has been. Here's the restart, not finding 10 meters, and it's into touch. So BCU have 2 options. In fact, no, it's a line out. It could have been a scrum in the center, but the restart just past the 10-meter mark. Instead of a scrum, BCU is going to have a line out. A few changes in the BCU. Oh, lovely work. Excellent line out being collected. Oh, that was Louis, if not Matthew, in that collection. Lovely run once again. Equally well tackled by Aston. And he puts the kick into space, and here comes the chase, and referee wants to bring back play. Looks like BCU conceding another offside. This is not good. Again, the chaser in front of the kicker. be the final line out, final opportunity. If I'm not mistaken, we'll see what the referees call. Winning the line out is the first thing, and then we'll see whether Aston can have a consolation try. Oh dear, that's a knock on, unfortunate. So nothing going in favor of Aston, nothing going in their way. Uncontested scrum. Here's a BCU's counter. They are attacking from inside the 22. Knock on advantage. BCU still has the advantage. Finds the touch, but that's going to be a scrum in favor of BCU. Just want to check how many minutes are remaining. Can go by the replacement number 8, and lovely angle. Here's Jacob once again. He already scored 4 tries. Is he going to score his 5th? No, this time a basketball offload. Here's Cunningham to Brennan Allred. Oh, Brennan Allred, the outside center for BCU. He's going all the way to score the try. That is try number 7. That's try number 7, 39 points with the conversion to come. Could perhaps be the end of play. $39 points to 3. Waiting for the kicking tee. Did you mean? Oh. Jacob with the conversion, and the conversion is good. So that's 41 points to 3. Interesting, we got few minutes left. Few more minutes left. There's so many injuries, of course. Aston with the restart. And it was collected by the skipper. Oh, he's running from that corner. David Tremble, and he finds touch, so it's going to be a turnover. It's going to be an Aston line out. with the line out, they secure the position. Big man. Oh, referee calling back. I think another offside considered by BCU. Penalty count has been mounting in the second half for BCU. Aston going for a scrum. Leading 41 points to 3. Uncontested scrum due to injuries. A much better set piece move, much better running by Aston centre. It's not a good pass, that's not a good pass. Aston trying to build momentum, but they were driven backwards. Some excellent piece of defensive work by BCU. We witnessed that throughout this game. Another good tackle coming from Colin. Here's Aston, can they score? Oh dear, as I speak, it looks like a knock-on. But the referee letting play continue, and Aston again driven backwards from the 10-meter line to inside to their half. This is some excellent defensive work by BCU. For Aston, this has been the story so far for the last 70 odd minutes. That's the winning, that's the full-time whistle. So BCU, a convincing victory at the end, 41 points to 3. Jacob scoring 4 tries. So we hope you enjoyed the coverage on BCU Sport TV, and we'll be back with more matches next week. And until then, we are signing off and see you later. Congratulations, 4 tries made, sum up this game.
To do that against Aston, especially after what happened at varsity, it's amazing. It weren't just like individual performances today, it was a full team performance, all 22 players, the ones that didn't get on, the ones that played 10, 20, 50 minutes, everyone put the 100% in today, and it showed. Even not to concede the try, it was absolutely fantastic.
Few injuries in the Aston team. Do you think is that what the key thing, or it's completely BCU's dominance?
It was irrelevant towards the end, to be fair. The fact that we had to go and contest the scrums was more annoying for us than it was for them, because we were absolutely dominating their scrums. Their forward pack just couldn't handle us. So the fact that they had injuries probably helped them out a bit, because they got to play more into their strengths and they got to come off with the ball where they needed it and have a more stable platform, because we were dominating them. So as much as it may have hindered them in some ways, it helped them in others. But it was all BCU, it was all of us.
Great stuff. What's next week?
Next week's UOB, big game. There's a way to go into it as well, after disappointing loss in the Cup a few weeks ago, to come back, bounce back and not concede any tries this week. Absolutely fantastic. UOB's going to be a tough one, but we're pushing in this league, and to do this against people that are well established in this league after getting just promoted gives us a hell of a lot of confidence.
All the best, mate.
Thank you very much.